Yo, just getting myself situated. I cannot find my itinerary. Give me a second. Well, we'll start in a second once I find this agenda. You guys are welcome to get up here and chat with me while I'm doing it, but I'm trying to run this thing correctly. All right, Bagman's sending me the version I need. I mean, it doesn't matter all that much. If you guys want to get up, we can start this thing. I have a feeling that a lot of this call is going to be kind of summarizing what's been going on with the changeover for the council and that kind of thing. All right, I found one. Well, since we're recording and nobody's getting up to chat, I will just begin. We'll start with call to order, opening remarks. I'll tell Bagman that I found this thing. Lots of changes going on in Voiland, specifically with the introduction of a new council. I think what people are going to be seeing here in the short term is we're going to be doing things a bit differently. And differently is going to include a lot more communication about what's happening, a lot more summaries about what's going on in meetings during the week, and a new take on the proposal process, and just kind of more of like a results oriented undertaking. One of those things that we've been trying to solve recently is the situation with the Aramid proposal. I'm going to be reaching out to Daniel to ask kind of what he'd like to see with that. And we're going to be taking a look at a number of other proposals and stuff like that that are in the pipeline as well. We've also killed the network meeting. The network meeting is essentially going to be replaced by the delivery of the network report in the new council meeting. And that report is just going to be accepted unless there's questions about it. Um, and uh, and since Fury will be at the Monday meetings, we'll be able to ask any kind of questions there. We'll be able to wrap up any kind of additional details. It can kind of all happen during the council meeting, which will be at 6:30 Pacific time, PM, on Mondays in the Discord. Unless it just doesn't work out, in which case It'll be in a Google Meets like it was last time, but I think we have the correct permissions now. Let's see, what's next? Communications. So we've already kind of gone over that the meetings are going to be changing. I'm going to be creating today some of the events that are required in Discord so people can get better updates about those things. We have identified some funding requirements for people to lead the committee meetings. The first of which is the Voyager committee. This one, which we believe Bagman is interested in leading, and we've got an amount that I think that the council feels is appropriate for that. The nice thing is that the council funding now includes amounts of money, amounts of VOI that are kind of discretionary, and we can allocate funding to folks who want to lead the meetings. We can allocate to somebody who wants to manage uh, um, the X account and other accounts. We're going to kill the Telegram. I'm not sure who owns it, but it's just a wasteland and it's not getting any use. So I think killing that's the appropriate thing. So anyways, yeah, one of the things you'll notice is that Bagman will be leading this meeting next week, and he'll be incentivized and he'll be recording it and all that kind of stuff. So what's the next point? We have on the list the Aramid announcements. Ludo, if you'd like to talk about anything that's going on with Aramid, you're welcome to. I have a feeling it's, yeah, here we go. I have a feeling it's not much change since last time, but check it out. What's up, sir?
Hello, everybody. Yeah, so we have just a few technical updates on Arami side, but yeah, nothing basically special. The bridge is working and routing the transactions, and yeah, there are a few tickets still open, and Daniel was sick for some time, so we will batch the remaining open issues as they come.
Got it. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting caught up on what was going on here. The one thing that I would tell you is that I'd ask you to check out up in the announcements section of this Discord, the new council announcements channel. There's a PDF there that's specific to Aramid's proposal, and I believe that that we are reaching out to Daniel with some questions about where funding should go from that proposal. So please take a look at it. It looks like Daniel actually already got back to NUS with an address that we can use. But you'll see in the PDF basically that the intent here is to kind of make the process whole and speed it along. There's some block rewards that have been missed out because Aramid wasn't paid properly or promptly. And so there's an amount there that we're going to ask to have released the ahead of the contracts, the time released contracts being made. That will be the kind of more permanent. Uh, sorry, Shelley. The more permanent solution for that stuff. I tried to bring you up, Shelley.
Arami, the address is basically the same as everybody is using for the bridging. The
Okay.
Aramid F1.
Yeah. So NUS provided that to me. I mean, honestly, like I wasn't going to really bring it up in this meeting, but you know, Wilder's telling me that he's not a part of Aramid anymore, and I wanted to ensure that you know that this process this proposal is about Aramid and controlled by Aramid. And, Daniel as the owner, should be the one who's now in the loop for all of these things that are happening. So that's what's going on, and I'm going to be, I or somebody from the council will be kind of coordinating that with your team.
Great, thank you.
Yep. What's up, Shelly?
I guess I could just dip in here. I was gonna ask an Aramid question. Like, what would be the best way to like stay up to date with the updates, and like whether or not there would be I guess some sort of publication moving forward. I know that there's like the docs page, but Aramid, I think it should they should it should there should be like a better way of getting the updates than having to hear them directly from Ludo. Just a note there. And while we have Ludo here, I just wanted to hear what he has to say about that.
Oh, yes, good idea. And I think like Aramid has the Twitter the X account. So and that Daniel is basically tweeting there. So I will tell him to put more news there, perhaps. But I still will come here, and this is like I uh, I go here primarily to be in contact with the community, also to
Yeah.
the dev meetings, and to get informations basically there.
So I think it's good that you continue to come here. I guess maybe I would suggest that if you have things that are changing throughout the week, instead of waiting until Wednesday, you just post in the Aramid, the Aramid channel on this Discord. And if there's somebody like, for example, if it's a change that's going to affect Shelly or whatever, just tag him, like just let him know that there's been a change that's made. If it's a bridge feature that Zarmian's using, just tag Zarmian because if you know about him, so that people can kind of get those updates in a location where they're spending their time.
Yeah. At the moment, we don't plan to do any drastic changes. Uh, so like all basically the public configuration, like when some assets changes, everything should be basically automated. So I believe that this should not be like big change. But yeah, like I will tell Daniel to be more proactive on the Twitter.
Yeah, cool.
Cool, thank you.
All right. So let's see some agenda items. I think that some of this is a little bit old. Let me see what else we've got here. Um, we know that the major updates this week basically are our Voy wallet rolled out on iOS, and on Google. Zarmi, would you like to talk about what you're doing, or at all right now? You don't need to do like a big old thing, but a little bit of it. If so, let me know. Dorkfi is rolling out our beta. Beta will start taking place basically now, and we've had a number of people who have volunteered to do some beta testing. If there's anybody else who feels like they want to do some beta testing and wants to do like kind of pretty in-depth version of that, we've got some Voy available, we've got some Unit available, and we've got an achievement that's going to be pretty valuable, I think, in the actual product. So you can let us know about that. Probably the best place to do that is in the Dork Discord. House of Voy update. Chris, do you want to do any House of Voy update? do, get on up. And then the final thing on my list is the you got the folks who are trying to speak who aren't on the list here yet. Let's get you up after this last portion here. The House of Voy update, and then the Twitter update's the last thing on my list for this area. And I guess the bottom line there is that one of the functions for the council is we're trying to identify somebody who's going to be a good steward of the community kind of communications, creating a kind of specific voice to how we communicate. I know in the past we talked about Coop. I believe we're going to be reaching out to him to find out if he's still interested, but it's also going to be something that's advertised so other people in the community can step up and do that if they'd like to. So seeing Chris not getting up to do the House of Voice stuff, and Zarmian failing. Oh no, he's there.
I'm here. I'm here. I'll talk a little bit about Voy Wallet. So yeah, it's available now on both the Android, Google Play Store for Android, and the App Store, the Apple's App Store for iOS. It'll also run on Mac OS, so you can install it as like a native Mac OS application, and you can use it. There are some updates coming out that make it more cohesive with, like, I want to say cohesive with Algorand. So it works on, it's meant for Voy. It's designed with Voy in mind, but it also works for Algorand. And the next step update kind of combines your, like, if you have an account that's on both networks, it will see it's just one asset list. So, and you can filter it if you want to and look at just your Voy assets or just your Algorand assets. But the idea is for you not to have to think about what network you're using, that it's just kind of like does what you need it to do when you need it to do it. It was the source code was officially published earlier this week, so it's open source. And I think in this chat, if you scroll up, there should be a link to it, to the GitHub repository. I am very open to anyone wanting to add features or make changes or suggest changes. It's also I'm very open to feedback. My opinion on this is that this is meant to be a community wallet. So, what the community wants will help guide where the effort goes. And right now, the best things you can do to be supportive would be to download the app because it helps with ranking statistics, add reviews on the app stores, and go to the GitHub repo and like star it or fork it and whatever, so that it increases the metrics. That would be helpful. But other than that, feedback is the most important thing. And the main channel I'm looking for feedback. I mean, you can DM me anytime, but if you want a record of it or want to have a conversation about it that's public, there's a Voy Wallet channel in the Voy Discord, and that's a good place to talk about things.
Cool. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Thank you, Ruth.
Yeah. All right. Let's get Wilder up because it's going to be moving into open discussion. So that's good.
Oh, this is
Go ahead, sir.
way better than any council meeting I was a part of. Well done. Thank you for the
We
forum.
cannot hear you. I cannot hear you.
Damn. You guys missed my intro.
I can hear you.
Oh,
You can hear him?
okay. Ludo can hear me. Hey, Ludo.
Yes.
Nice talking to you.
I can hear you.
Dave, can you?
Even
Okay.
if
Well,
I
I prefer this with Roof not being able to hear it. I think that's might be actually a better situation for me. So I wanted to come up just to thank everybody for their support as a council member. It was an honor. I also wanted to come up just to reiterate the four values of Voy that I contributed to ratifying. It was Chris, Shanti, and I on a call. I was on the airport coming back from Alberta when we talked about those four values, and the first one's goodwill. The second one's intentionality. Does anybody know what the third one is? Okay, it's collaboration. Does anybody know what the last one is? Or if I repeated the one that starts with an I? Okay, well, I guess we've forgotten what geeky is. What I wanted to ask was, as a community member, am I able to submit a proposal that adds empathy to that list of values, and that the people on the council have to act with empathy? Or would somebody like to comment on that who can hear me talking?
I feel like I'm
Okay.
missing a lot of context, so I'm.
Okay, so there's four values to Voy, and I think a missing
You want to
value.
summarize for me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think a missing
Or
value of
Wilder,
Voy
can
is
you try to like
empathy.
just rejoin so I can hear you? Because it's going to be a
No,
real weird,
no. Yeah, I prefer the weirdness.
weird segment here.
Yes, so I just wanted to
perhaps
add.
you should try to rejoin.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd agree with Ludo on that. But I'm making the point that I think we have four values, but we're missing a key ingredient, which is putting yourselves in the other person's shoes. And it's very obvious to me in retrospect. We have a lot of different people who do a lot of different jobs who are not able to put themselves in other people's shoes, and it leads to a lot of inefficiencies. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Was I would like to add an E into the four things. I'd like to add empathy, and I'd like to know that the people I vote for are trying to be empathetic, or at least make a conscious effort to be empathetic. Okay. Anybody feel like that is a bad idea?
I think there's only two people that can respond, and I'll say, I agree with empathy. I'm not a council member anymore, so I don't have.
Same, dude. It's a good feeling. But I will say, I would like to submit this as a proposal officially, and then I'd like to add this. So, is that something I'm able to do as a community member, or is that something only council members can do?
I don't think the rules have changed, so I think anyone can submit a proposal. But that's how I understand it.
Okay. Now,
I'll
this
approve
one
it.
is great. So I got one vote for it. The other
One
thing that
vote
I
for the-
wanted to the other thing I wanted to submit for a proposal, and this one's a little bit of a ground shaker, is I want to submit a proposal that makes the block rewards only for people who aren't part of block authority. So I think that 25% the block authority gets is undeserved with the current performance. I think at least it should be put to the side for future use, and maybe a future body can determine whether block authority is deserving. But based on my experiences as a community member and a council member, I think that value is better placed elsewhere. And if they're not going to use the tokens, which it seems like they haven't been, let's put them into the developers' hands and build cool stuff. Like ETH Denver, maybe their block rewards could pay for ETH Denver. They already have 25% of the chain. They don't need another 25% of your block rewards.
What is exactly block rewards? Is it just the distribution
So wait, sorry.
online participation?
I'll explain it. So a block reward, we have consensus, right? So every time there's a block made, somebody wins a certain amount of VOI, and then every week we distribute it. Right now, Block Authority takes 25% of the weekly amount of block rewards for themselves, because they gave themselves 25% of the network. I'm just advocating that we stop doing that because it doesn't make sense. It's illogical.
In my opinion, we should convert to what Algorand has at the moment because it's more efficient.
So Elgaran currently gives themselves all the tokens and sells them, Ludo, so that's a really dumb idea. But I'm going to let you rephrase it because I know that's not what you meant.
No, like the token distribution from for the staking, basically.
Oh, but the problem there is that the community doesn't run the ballast nodes. So how do we ensure that the people who run the ballast nodes don't take the rewards?
Like they can give it back?
I don't like that system.
Okay, okay. So what does it mean ballast nodes? Like we should get rid of ballast nodes.
There you go. Good idea. I like that idea. But that's what I'm advocating for. So we agree, Ludo. I just want to go to a pure system. I don't like Block Authority getting 25% because, and if Block Authority would like to advocate for why they deserve 25%, I will have a very tempered debate with somebody who would like to advocate for that. But I would like to submit that proposal as well and put it through the process. Okay. Well, that's all I really had to say. Nice to be back in the Discord. Let's see how long I can hang out here before I offend somebody and say something I shouldn't say.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
So,
one final thing.
by the way, submit the
Yeah.
submissions. Like, it's the start of the discussion topics, right? Like, it's good for any ideas to be submitted.
Yeah. So I'm definitely going to submit my ideas in written form. The final thing I wanted to include was, is there a plan to hold a presidential election? And it's not to say I want to run for it, but I do have some candidates I'd like to groom for it, like JD Vance. Okay. I am submitting 3 proposals, one for empathy, one to stop Block Authority getting block rewards, and the final one to start the presidential election. I will be working on those 3 proposals. You will see them in the forum. If you think that's a mistake, please reach out.
Figured out why I couldn't hear him, so now we got it. Taco. What does Taco want to tell us?
Wow, that took a lot longer than I thought it would.
What?
So, where's Wilder? Where'd he go?
He left?
All right, I'm not even going to reply to what he was going to say. I had a reply, but he's not even here for anybody to rebuttal. That's kind of weird. Anyway, whatever. Not going to waste my time with that. Just to let you guys know, Block Authority's not getting 25% of the block rewards. They're getting 25% of their 25%. So, like, let's say they get their portion of block rewards, right? That's already been slashed by 75% early on. So, just to put that out there. I don't know if Wilder's aware of that, but that's been put out there many times already. So, what he's basically asking for is to slash them all the way and take the last 25% of theirs, which is whatever. Put it out there for a vote, see what happens. I'm here just to promote our new prediction market that's not out yet, but it's called Foresight, and we hope that you guys can go follow the X account. We're not going to follow anybody back at this time, so I unfollowed anybody. Don't get offended, but currently, we're just going to focus on developments and make it really simple and easy, good user experience. We're not going to try to sell anybody anything. We're not trying to create a token. We're just trying to create a place where you can go to and make some predictions and use Voi and hopefully USDC and eventually Algorand and a lot of other currencies. So it'll be the first prediction market on Voi. Guarantee you that. And I think it'll be pretty damn good. A lot of people say, don't build this or it's too late or whatever. The best time to do something is when you do it. Like, because looking back, a lot of people said, "Oh, don't start the food truck, Taco. Don't do it. It ain't gonna work." And now I run a restaurant and we're profitable and it's fucking awesome. So my next focus in crypto, since Taco Coin didn't really take off, I mean, it's still out there and I've accomplished everything plus more. So I'm gonna shift gears and we're gonna focus on Foresight. And I think it's a needed thing within the crypto sphere. Right now, we don't have anywhere where you can bet on football games on Boy. So I think we're going to start there. And it'll be fun. So we just we're not asking for your money. We're not asking for anything. We're just asking for you to be involved and to hype up our platform for us and to test it out and be early testers once we have a product. So just get involved, and I'll be around just talking about it. And also, buy GM. We're almost to 1-to-1. That's it.
Cool. Yeah, I look forward to you having more information about that one, or actually, having it come out. I'd like to see it. Shelly.
Oh yeah, good stuff, Taco. The first prediction market on Voy to market. Giddy up, RC.
Thank you. We'll get her done, Shelly. By the way, it is myself, Taco, and web dev working on the dev side of this. So we're not going to rush anything out, but we will definitely be looking for early testers, and anybody that's following us on X, you'll get the alpha before anybody else. That's where we're going to be putting out all the information. So if you want to early test, go follow. A lot of you here are already following, so thank you.
Very good. Any other kind of open discussion topics? No. Okay.
I just want to say congratulations to the council. I think it's a great council, and I think we're in good hands. May I say even better than before? So yeah, I'm excited, and excited for you to be leading the charge, Roof. Like, we couldn't be in better hands, man.
What's that? Yeah. So there's no network meeting anymore. The network meeting is just going to be a bullet point in the council meeting, which will be on Mondays, which I should be on the calendar, on the event calendar. Yep. So, but the important part for you is, number one, to be at the council meeting, because we're asking for it to be broadcast. The second thing is to deliver their reports. You gotta mute yourself, sir. Okay. All right, your background is terrible. Is to deliver the report ahead of the meeting so that we can look it over and we can have a discussion on it if necessary. So what the intent of this is to reduce the total amount of meetings and stuff we're having. And the network meeting was one that, in theory should take 5 minutes. So it's going to become a part of the council meeting. I think you can talk again now. Oh, never mind. Now you can talk. Hi. It's You've got so much static, dude. Just let me know what you're asking, and I can handle that after. What else? Anything else that people want to talk about? Okay, let's. I will submit it beforehand, as asked. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, I just couldn't hear you. I think that's it for now. This week is going to be kind of a big one where the new council is trying to figure out like roles and responsibilities. And so you'll notice some changes to Discord. You'll notice some changes to kind of how things are going to be working out. But we're just trying to kind of like run down all the things that are kind of still sitting around needing to be done. So I think that's it. And thank you for attending. We're gonna kill it.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Yep, you too, sir.